Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Maverick Wolf. It is what it is podcast. I am your host, Maverick Wolf. With me today, we got Pinoy Daddy, like always, and our special guest, the modeler Rocketeer, right here, the man himself.
What's up, people? Glad to be here, guys. Good to see you. Glad to meet you.
It's always good. It's always good to have people here and be part of the podcast with them.
Awesome. I appreciate the invite. Saw that it was an opportunity, and then I wanted to take advantage of that, and thought, hey, this might be the way to do it. And then I popped in, talked to you, and we got along pretty good. And an invite came. Here it is. So I'm excited to be here.
We're glad to have you.
Yep. Always glad. So yeah, so here, I just got back to the building like a few weeks ago. Built my Eclipse Gundam. Then I built my 30-minute sister TS, Tasha, whatever her name is. It's been good getting back into the hobby. I've been gone since January. Haven't built nothing into now recently, but everything is good. Life is life. Celebrating everybody's birthday, and going through it. But tell us a little bit about you, man. What brought you into the hobby? Where do you come from, and how did you made it to be on Facebook?
Fair enough. I started out my life as a California kid on the West Coast, and tragedy struck early in life. But I had the opportunity that my father gifted me with cars and model trains and stuff like that. So it was always a fallback for me. My mother died, and that was what we did to bond. And he was into traveling, so every summer he'd take me everywhere we could go in the United States. So I've been everywhere. But he's originally from West Virginia, so now I am from the great state of West Virginia too. Country roads brought me here, and this is a beautiful place. I've been in love with this place since I was 9 years old. But after he died, I joined the military after graduating high school, and I never looked back, and kind of went out in the world, man, half cocked off. But I learned a lot of lessons. The military was good to me, and I came home, and at some point I failed after having a good job, good career, and a family. Drugs, sex, power, money, and I lost everything. I kind of ended up in a homeless shelter for veterans, on medication recovery program, trying to get my shit together. And I stumbled into a store, like a hobby store. It was raining. I was going to catch a bus to NA, Narcotics Anonymous, and I found this model kit, and I was like, wow, what is this? This is so cool. The robot. It's now the Noble Gundam, and she saved my life. So I had to have it so bad. I took everything I had. I didn't have shit. I spent all my man. I watched my brand new truck get repoed out of a parking lot. It was crazy. But I scraped the money together, and I bought the fucking model, and I built her and went to NA and saved my ass, got my shit together. And I ended up moving to Texas, moving around, looking jobs in the oil field again. And I just couldn't get into that mindset. I'd fixed something, changed in my life, and I was on a whole new path. I started chasing business down. I wanted to be a business owner. I was really looking at the future, my family, my son, trying to fix what I could, at least fix, because I felt like I'd fixed myself. Coming back to West Virginia, I live close to my son. I get to see him. So that's a part of this. So I just started building models and knowing that this was a way to tap into people. So when I got back to West Virginia, I started getting personal coaching, like life coaching and shit. So it's motivation, and it works. It helps people. And then the pandemic struck, and it just seemed like everything came together at the right fuck time. I was working on this page called the Model Rocketeer. I was having fun with my toys, art stuff, and I'm gonna try to create a coaching group and people. And it didn't at first take off very well. So I started another one, and it's kicking a little bit better. So shout out to the Kit Bash Gundam crew. It's growing, and we got a mindset, and it's really good. So it branched up from there. So I kept that little coaching group around. So this is like my elite guys, and we're working on some projects to bring you guys contests, some different competitions. So slowly the network had grown and expanded thanks to WebC Official and the Wicked Wookie that helped me run a small little show that we're doing over there and expanding. It's cool. And we're trying to bring this hobby and present it to more people in a better way than you fucking gatekeepers out there about, that want to give people static over their skills and they're newbies. Yeah, they're fucking newbies. You're fucking elite. We'll get to that part of the show. So we created this environment to do that too, man, because it fixed a soldier, and I saw the life that it would bring to the guys that were in the rec rooms that are trying to watch TV, and they're not just screaming at the nurses because they don't want to talk to these chicks. They're from World War II, Korea, or whatever. And I'm over there trying to build this Gundam, and they're like sort of gathering around me. So I have my own fucking shit going on, but they didn't like that. They didn't like that at all. So there's another problem I'm going to solve with somebody. So the VA system needs a little reboot on.
Oh my god!
On therapy.
That is true.
I know how to fix it.
Oh, so I got a question. So
I chose how to do my own rec therapy, and I just talked to these guys. I took my fucking meds, and I did everything. 90 meetings in 90 days. NA. I got all this key tags and shit around here. It wasn't about that. It was about accomplishing something and showing everybody. But I had to what was going wrong, and it was people, places, and things. If I'm hanging out with fucking at the bar, I'm probably an alcoholic because I'm not getting shit done. I'm not doing business, right? Come on. So you keep your friend, and that's the truth. When I was in the military, I had good friends. I did my job, and it was for a common goal, and we watched. And then I got into the same way, but then it got into drugs and shit, and then the money, and then the power comes when they start manipulating you, and then you got people's lives on the line, shit like that. I just couldn't anymore. I got weeded out, or I fucking weeded myself out because I couldn't hold my fucking shit anymore. It's fun.
Yeah.
But this is what I learned. So now I'm telling you all from experience. So what I say, you tell me or not, but as people learn who I am, I mean what I say what I mean. I don't start fights, but I'll fucking end them all.
What up, Lance? Welcome to the show. But I got a question for you, my friend.
Yes.
This is outside of the whole thing. DC or Marvel?
Marvel. But I like Batman. Batman would beat some ass. Batman is my man, but I'm a Marvel fan.
I won't ask you, Pinard, because you go with Sailor Moon and Care Bears and all that bullshit.
I missed the question. What the fuck is the question?
Well, as I said, I heard Care Bears. I'm like, fuck, because my name is Care.
Yeah.
That's a thing in my life from all the girls. Like, oh, Care Bear. Yeah.
No, don't bang on my girlfriend. I'm Sailor Jupiter. Come on.
I don't even know what that is.
The Sailor Moon.
I like artwork. I like so because I got hung up on the Noble Gundam.
But that's basically where they got if you look at Sailor Moon and the Noble Gundam, it's similar. The only thing is Sailor Moon made it to Mecha. That's how it goes. But the question for you, the question I asked is he a Marvel or a DC fan? He said he's Marvel. That's okay. I know where you go for. What's your favorite 80s anime or cartoon from the old era?
I'm G.I. Joe fan straight away.
Nice.
Forever.
Transformers.
You see, we gain Transformers. Me and Matthew.
If we had to do anime stuff like that, only because that's
I give you a top 5 list.
That's what we had,
Yeah.
Because the 80s, I was already in the States. I was back in the States, I should say. Pre-80s, up to probably about 81, I was watching, Voltes 5, Tranzor Z, till President Marcos banned them from the Philippines.
Okay.
And then come to the States. And I want to say it was mid 80s is when Voltron came to the country. But still G1 Transformers all the way. And then then I want to say what about early 90s? Gundam came back. Gundam came over in the States.
Yep. Early, basically, so 80s, late 80s, 90s is
I
when it started
never
like
watched
picking up.
Gundam on TV at all. That's probably gonna piss a lot of people off. Why are you building all the models? What, you ain't even seen them?
Right?
Like,
Shouldn't be building
I haven't
Gundam if
seen-
you've never watched that show.
Yeah, I've never seen the show. Period. The first Gundam I watched was Iron Blood Orphans on Netflix. That's
I got Wing from Toonami. I saw Wing on Toonami, and I was hooked on the giant fucking ass kicking robots.
I mean, I seen
Yep.
like
Like
little
me,
bits.
like
I take that back. I seen little bits, and I looked at it. I was like, oh, this is a Robotech knockoff.
Oh, but I did, yeah. Robotech.
macros. Hey, don't forget it's macros, not
That's the
Robotech.
same damn
Macros.
thing.
Please.
The
Please,
very first
please.
mecha
Let's not
movie
offend.
ever.
Let's not offend people. Fuck that shit. Like me,
Right.
I grew up watching Voltus 5, Voltron, Messenger Z, Ultraman.
The Ultraman.
You name it. Like back in the days, like the Silverhawks.
Oh, dude, nobody knows Silverhawks. I'm so glad you said that.
Silverhawks, yeah.
Yeah,
Not in my
Silverhawks
in my circle.
the Silverhawks was my favorite, especially the Copper Kid. He was one of my favorite.
Yep.
Ironheart and Iron Will. You had Thundercat. Like the old Thundercat show was good. The remake they made. The remake they made kind of like Western, but kind of like metal, like back in like mage type. Like that was good. I liked it, but they only made it to I think season 1, like the end of season 1 or the beginning of season, and they canceled the show, which was a good show. He-Man, the old He-Mans were good. The new one they went on Netflix was okay. I liked it that what's his name? I forgot. Luke Skywalker was Skeletor. Yeah. So but other than that, like there's a bunch of stuff though. Like back in the days that people were like kids nowadays they don't know about
They
what
don't
we used to go through or understand what even we like. Oh, go outside and play. What? Okay, let me go outside. Oh, outside and play. Then you see them outside playing with phone, tablet.
Yeah. Saturday mornings was for cartoons and shit. Like Saturday morning, get your cartoons in. Well, but I just played outside because I was into dirt bikes and surfing, skateboarding. I lived in California, Garden Grove is where I'm from. So that was my thing until the 90s, and that was it, and took off.
So yeah, I'm from Puerto Rico, so we got everything on, on the coconut TV with the pineapple antennas and all that stuff before SpongeBob popped out, out of everywhere.
We actually would wake up early in the morning to watch cartoons in our day and age. We'd get up at 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
because that's when. Like for me, I'm
the mature cartoon.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be 50 in a couple months.
Yep.
But
the very first
Rocky
the
and
very first
Bullwinkle,
mecha thing that started.
Yeah, they had all those. Get up to watch Rocky and Bullwinkle. Get up to watch Picture Pages. All this other crap early in the morning. Simon, where's the character Simon, where he'd draw things, and all that shit. I'd wake up early just to watch that.
Yo, what's up, Grassy?
You're like, why are you waking up so early? Cartoons, man, cartoons.
Hey, man. Like, dude, I used to love Yogi Bear. Dude, I used to wake up early to watch a rerun of Yogi Bear just sitting on front of my couch, like, and the couch, front of the TV with a bowl of cereal, a gallon of milk, and just eating. And just eating. And people were like, what are you doing? I'm like,
learning. We were learning.
I wouldn't even say nothing. I would just point to the TV and be like eating my cereal and stuff.
Yep.
Like, bro, like back in the day, like, and especially when they turned off the TV and tell you like go outside and play, bro. I didn't come back until midnight.
Yep.
And then
I used to have a street light at the end of the street, and when that light would come on, I had to come home. I learned how to kick it, turn it out. If I shoot hard enough to pull the bulb, it would go out, and then stay off for 15 minutes, and it would restart. And then I kept kicking it as long as it wouldn't come all the way off. My dad would yell at me and I could hear it, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Gummy bears. Hey, but yeah, it's like they tell you
Gummy bears.
like our version of grounded. Like, okay, go to the store and come back, and we would learn that on our way to the store, we'd have 2 minutes at every stop. We'd swing by so-and-so's house. Hey, yo, what's up, man? What's going on? And we say, I got to go. Go to the next person's house. Yo, I'm still alive. What you watching? Whatever. We stayed there for a couple minutes because our parents knew how long it took for us to get from point A to point B and back. There's no Life 360. There was no Find My iPhone and none of that GPS crap. We had to find ways to cheat the system. Like you said, you kick the light, you got 15 more minutes before that light cycles back in. We find ways to cheat the system. Oh, I did. I went there and back. I just didn't tell you about all 20 stops in between.
Oh yeah. No, man. Or sometimes they give you $5 and go to the store and buy loaded $1 cheese, $1 ham, some soda, and make it back. And you better bring me the change. And when you come back, and what happened? Oh, I forgot the store, and you ate a lot of candy coming back down, just because you were grounded, and you're like, oh, fuck it, I'm shutting the shit.
I was 7 years old buying booze for my dad in the Philippines.
Damn,
I'd run
I was about 10.
Get San Miguel beer, ESQ whiskey,
Oh,
pack of generic menthols. Bring them. They say it's for Papa so and so. They'd hand it to me, and here I am, 7 years old, carrying liquor down the street. That was
that's nothing. Like back home, dude. I remember back home in Puerto Rico when I was growing up. Like my mom would send me to the store with nothing, no cash, or just give me cash, and she had no list. And I'm supposed to just go to the store. I got to the grocery store, and the guy from the the corner store was like, "Oh, your mom called. Here,
I know it's
here's the groceries. Go." This is all you get here, and I'm like, with 5 or 7 just carrying them all, nothing. Especially when you knew there are eggs in there, yeah. Oh shit, make it so, and then you got your friends around the corner. Hey man, come on, let's go. Let's play a little bit of the tag pole. I can't, bro. I gotta get it home. Why? Yeah. In the bag. Shit.
I mean,
you all start carrying bags with you, like.
We're all three ex-military. Like you said, Maverick was in the Coast Guard. The model Rocketeer was in the Army. I'm the Air Force, but when you talk about my mom called, man, your mom called. Stuff
you say it's true.
People knowing people. When you leave home, for me, home was Eglin Air Force Base, that area in Florida on the Panhandle. You leave home, go to San Antonio, do my basic, go to my tech school in Colorado. My electrical engineer instructor knew who my dad was. Wouldn't let me fail that class at all.
Myself.
My F-16 instructor actually worked in the same building as my dad. Would sit there tell me, "Oh, I know your dad. Yeah, I used to bum cigarettes from him, downstairs, building 100, whatever." And I'm like, son of a bitch. And then got my orders to go back to Eglin. So I went back to home, showed up at my squadron for the first day, and I walk in. There's 3 civilians standing there looking at me, smiling. They're the same 3 damn civilians that worked for my dad when he was in. And I'd go there and do my homework after school whenever I get in trouble or whatever, and there they are, her name Ginger, Mr. I can't remember the Mr. and one was, I think, Mr. Langley and someone else, and I was standing at the door looking at me like this going, "Well, come on in. I'm like, son of a bitch. God. I can't get away from my dad."
Wow.
Yeah. Dude, like I did, when I was growing up, I did a lot of volunteer group in Puerto Rico. So anywhere I went in the island or anywhere in the vicinity of 55 miles radius from my house, everybody knew me. They were like, you're so and such a kid. I'm like, how you know? We just know.
We know.
And we know. I know who you are. I'm like, who? Such and such. What the fuck? How'd you know? Dad said you were coming by, or your mom said it. I'm like, oh, please swallow me whole.
I think that's why we all,
But
our
it was good,
generation felt so safe going out. Because no matter the
Yeah,
size of the city,
that's why
everybody knew everybody.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
and days, yes, there was a lot of missing kids and all that stuff, but it was because they didn't follow the basic rules we were told. You go out, you do
Right.
talk to nobody, you do not get in anybody's car, you do not take candy from nobody, and you're like, mm-hmm.
You did it too.
And the first person came up, and the first person came by, hey, I got 5 candy bars, and you're like, thank you. Just grabbed them and ran. And like, yo, but get in the car. No, man, I can't get in the car. I can take your candy, but I'm not getting in the car. You have to chase me. Shit. But it was good, but nowadays it's just a matter of fact is like people forgotten a lot of like stuff back in the days, like families now and everything is electronic. Nobody sits down at a table to have dinner and just talk about stupid
like science, mathematics. Google has taken pretty much over, being able to understand and have science and math, because we don't have to go to the library anymore. You don't have to have a Britannica Wikipedia in your house. You got it in your phone. Is the most powerful in the world, and it's made us dumb to all entertainment value, and they've captured that. And I get this is entertainment, producing entertainment now too. I get, but we're also enlightening people. All those reality shows and shit that people just fucking brains up left and right, and kids see that and they think that's like what's really going on somewhere. Because a long time ago, you couldn't have friends in China like I do, or my friends in Japan, or the Philippines, or wherever, because we can do that. Like we're like right across the room from each other.
Yeah, that is true.
Now we know things from a distance, and we've forgotten just how big the world is and what cultures lurk out there. We live in a very painted picture.
Yeah, it used to take weeks to hear back from your friend and that moved to, got stationed in Japan. Their dad got stationed in Japan. You had to wait weeks to get a letter. Now it's like did you land yet?
Use letters.
Did you land yet? Instantly.
But
everything.
Do you guys still write?
I do.
Like, do you write in cursive?
I write. Like, I'll write. Yeah, I'll write somebody. Especially one of mine. Like, he doesn't use technology that much, and he lives in the Virgin Islands. So I send him a letter every now and then. Like, I send him like 2-3 letters, and I'm like, I still haven't received one from him. And then when you receive, I receive 5 or, and I'm like, what the hell? He goes like, oh, I had to send them all at the same time. I wrote them all, but I didn't send them. I'm like, shit, bro. What you trying to say in one different letter? Like,
you know what?
Break it down in paragraph.
In this day and age, the letter is called Amazon boxes. That's what a letter is. That's
right.
It's not a handwritten cards. And this is where I got to side with, oh God, help me for saying this, my ex-wife's mother.
Fair enough.
But the reason why is birthday cards, anniversary cards, graduation cards, Christmas cards. People like to get those, especially a lot of the older generation. We like to get those. We like to see, oh, you actually thought about me to put my address down, whether it's typed, handwritten, or whatever, but you signed it and said, we need to send out a card to Pinoy. We need to send a card to Maverick. We need to send a card to the model Rocketeer. You thought about me. That does something here.
Yep.
So that's probably one of the only things I agree with her on. But it is a good thing.
Yep. But other than that, that's when we were talking before the beginning of the show. We're talking about the gatekeepers of the community. Yeah, nobody was born with the ability of doing this. Nobody knew. You didn't know how to draw. You didn't know how to sing. You didn't know how to do anything. You had to learn how to do it. You yourself doing it, and having people bring you down. Oh, you can't do it. You're not good enough, and all that. That's bull crap. That's bullshit.
I have the rule book.
Whatever you want and however you do it. It's the way you do it. And I can teach you my way, but I will tell you while I'm teaching you my ways, this is how I do it.
Yeah.
You find the
This is how
best way
I do
that
it.
suits you. You find the best way that suits you and make
Yeah.
it your own.
Yeah, your situation. Sometimes some people might have a lot of money. You can buy really good tools. You got hand fanatics out there. I got your God hand right here, and your girlfriend loves it. But I can chew it off the runner because I got good standing game. I got a good standing game too. So if I can't get her with the God hand, I'm gonna get her with that standing action because I got those skills too. Ladies, link in the comments. I got you.
You player.
Like for me, like I started when I started doing model kits. I started with nail clippers, cutting them off the runners with nail clippers.
Yeah,
Nail clippers, scissors, like put them off, and I'm like, okay, fine, then, oh, this is, try these nippers. I'm like, okay, so I tried, the hobby nippers, and I'm like, okay, fine, the filers and all that stuff, and I'm still to this day, I haven't worked on my airbrush. I got airbrush. I still haven't worked on it, but I do, I do it with hand painting and everything, because I do.
So here we have, I know it's backwards. We have the Gunpla rules.
Yes.
Rule number 1.
Oh
shit, it's empty. That's the rules right there. That's it. Yeah, I like that. I want one of those. I like that. But yeah, that's the rules. But it's like, is someone telling me?
Wait, back in the book, is that the official one? Because at the back is, if you have any questions, refer to page 1.
Yep. Yeah, this is the official book because the last page.
It's like it's like when you go to a bar and you see the bartender rules. Rule number 1: bartender does whatever he wants. Rule number 2: see rule number 1.
That's it. My house, my rules. That's how it works. When you're in my house, you go by my rules. But yeah, I've seen so much of it, and I've seen a lot of people.
I think it's a tenuous power complex that they have, and they use that to make themselves feel better, or just to hold that small fucking platform, that little position, that little tiny peak over everybody, that you're so fucking amazingly good. I'm so fucking glad. Stop wasting your energy telling guys that you suck. They already know. Like, I get it. I'm not that good. I'm on myself, and I have no fucking. You're right. So I'm always harder on myself. So human beings are harder on ourselves than anybody can be. So you can't say shit to me that I'm, just gonna hurt my feelings. But now, some of these kids that are a little younger than us, yes, they get hurt pretty easily. You can't hurt my feelings.
Yep. That is true. That is true.
Stop wasting your time crushing the ant when there's going to be some motherfucker coming and bite your head off. You're not paying attention. It's the whole, the tortoise and the hare. The fuck just doesn't stop. I don't fucking stop. From wherever I came from in the universe, I'm coming. You better clear the fucking runway because I'm coming. And if you're not out of my way, I'm gonna go through you because I'm not gonna waste my time to go around you and what, give you shit. You don't have hands. No, your girlfriend said I did. You want to see it? Go to my OnlyFriends. See this motherfucker.
It's like I said. If you're not feeding me, maintaining me, and you're not the other one, don't tell me what to do. But I want to take a minute really quick before we continue with the show, and I want to wish happy birthday to certain people. One of them, my dad. His birthday's on the 23rd. Dad, if you're watching this, happy early birthday. I want to say happy birthday to my godchild's mother. Her birthday just was today. I want to say happy birthday to the mother of my kids. I know we're not a good stand, but happy birthday. Your birthday's tomorrow. Put it, and everybody whose birthday is on the month of August, happy birthday. to you guys all.
Since you
But
said,
other than that,
since you said it, I might as well go ahead and say it too, much as I don't want to. To the mother of my children, happy birthday, bitch.
Hey, I was always
you know,
taught. If you
I-
have nothing
I
nice to
saw- I
say,
saw-
don't say anything.
I had to.
But-
I got to talk about this. She put a or she didn't. He did. Her. I guess they're married now. Her husband. Put a video. Who's a TikToker. He put a video out
shit.
of her, and I'm watching it, and all I could think about it. I'm looking at the restaurant that they're in. I'm looking at their table, and I'm like, "There's nobody there, but those two." It's a hibachi.
thank you for
table.
joining, Rosie
So
Clark.
you know what a hibachi table looks like. You know, you got all the seats and they wrap around. Well, there's all the seats are empty, and all I can think of is, how does it feel to celebrate your birthday without your loved ones around? Now you know how your kids feel
Yep.
for the past several years.
I'm not a wealthy man. I don't need like you look around in my office. I mean, these are like all my toys I've collected now. I was thankful that I was able to save a lot of this stuff in a storage unit that I paid up with all that money before I went homeless. Because when I pulled my ass together, when I opened that building, I was like, oh man, I had all my toys. Like I took care. I tried to, and so that's what paved the way.
I'm rich with my family.
That is
I'm rich with my family. I don't
Yeah.
have much money. I'm
So,
dead.
like, so I don't have to ask for friends. Exactly. Someone wealthy with knowledge, input, advice. I used to not think that way, and this, an ascension for me. And this is what I preach. In my spirituality, that I was not taking advantage of everything that's around me. My parents were dead. I get it, but I thought something very deeply wasn't there. And that was just, I stopped talking to people and asking questions and learning the right things to know to speak to people properly. So I'm a hard bitch, man. And I got the stare of a vulture, but I'm trying to listen to people very intently. And it's like, these birthdays, happy birthday to everybody. That's important. Just be kind.
And I just remember, and before I forget, if I do, she's going to pull my legs from underneath. Mom, happy 62th birthday coming up on the 15th. It's been 3 years since you. Happy birthday out there in heaven that you're watching.
I think my dad's birthday's this.
And like,
month. I suck.
Yeah, my mom's my mom's August 15th, so and it's right around the corner, and I've been trying to treat it, even again. It's part of me.
You shouldn't. Try not to avoid shit. We got to face it head on, if not by ourselves, with somebody, dude. And that's why it's important to take this into consideration. When I speak to people, like my friends that I talk to for real, my friends' friends, I speak to my friends like I speak to myself, and I speak to myself and like I do my friends. I don't joke with them, and really asshole like their inputs and stuff. So it's important to have that circle of friends that you do depend on. It's really because you're growing with them, you're growing from them in different sorts of ways, and like interactions. I would like to come back and do this sometime, maybe if I can earn that. But this is where I'm going to earn that because I already like you guys. I can feel that. But this is important. We see the same thing, and to show more, and then we just become a larger group with the same mindsets, or we're changing mindsets and bringing a truth out there, or trying to lead by example is my point, my theory, how I do it is lead by example. I was like, I might not agree with you, but I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to bash on you. I was like, I don't have to agree with you, but keep your fucking mouth shut and then keep going. We don't have time to fucking argue. But this is where the problem in the world, and we don't see that problem in the world. There's just the arguing over what. Stop.
It's the lost art of
more and more labor all over shit. It's like because you can't talk up. There's no rules. Life has no fucking rules. Did we all stop forgetting that we're just ants crawling on this rock, swinging around the fucking sun?
It's a lost art of a healthy debate. Healthy debate. There's a difference between healthy debate and arguing. Healthy debates are great. They're fun. They're fantastic because everybody respects each other's opinions.
Intelligence.
Yes, but an argument is what happens most of the time in the world today. Argument or
an argument is because someone says something the other person's feelings don't like, and they have a trigger, and they only react in whatever way that they normally react. And you can choose every kind of person mentality, drug addict, alcohol, all that. They all react pretty much the same. And when that engages, it comes back to me. Then want to feel revenge, and you usually say something, well, two, got to push it back, and now we got to push. It's verbal, but we can really start to feel each other, man. We're getting to that level in the day and age of our spirituality where you should start to understand you can feel somebody's vibe, man. I don't need to talk to people. I can stand and look at people and I can tell you what they're feeling, and it's body language. But we're really lacking on our language skills. We don't know how to interpret words anymore. Like, you fucking people out there, not us guys, but like you people listening that who we're talking about, they've stopped listening and they don't know how to talk to each other anymore.
Yeah, it's
that is true.
It's a bunch of I want, you're allowed to have your opinion, so as long as it matches with mine. That's what it seems like. There's a lot. It's like, oh, I respect your opinion. You have and you have to respect mine. Well, you can have your opinion. Doesn't mean I have to respect it. But right. I can choose whether or not to argue with it, and I choose not to argue with it. But you choose to argue with mine, and it's a whole. Everybody's got to think the same way as everybody else.
How you handle yourself shows how much you respect yourself. Like I said, I respect my friends. So when I look myself in the mirror, when I'm brushing my teeth, I'm not looking at myself saying, I fucking hate you. I fucking hope nothing happened for you. You know what I mean? And I don't go talking to my friends like that and then getting them to talk back to me. Like, is that engaging? And is that really constructive? Like, dude, I'm telling my friends, like in my group, my guys, like, dude, just keep going, man. And we're at in this mindset now where we all encourage each other. And if you don't have anything, just don't say anything. If you do, say something constructive. Lead by
it's like with me, I got a bunch of friends, and it's like with everybody. We all see things different ways. We interact and we go through life in a different ways of everybody else. I went through ups and downs, like you, modeler. Like, I've gone ups and downs. I've been through hell. But I am going to tell you, like, you want to ask me my question, my opinion about something, then respect my opinion. Don't try to make my opinion what you're thinking of it, because it's it's
sorry,
I
didn't learn your fucking way.
Yeah, you ask me a question, you're like, oh, we're talking about a subject, and I don't say nothing because maybe I don't know about the subject, and then you're like, oh, what's your opinion about it? I'm like, well, I don't know about it, but for what I can understand from what you're saying at this point, this is what you're trying to say. This is what's going on. That's not what you're talking about. That's not what I mean. You sound stupid. If you don't know about it, just shut up. No, and it's insulting because you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's a way of seeing everything, especially like here in the hobby. Like, I might have a kid, I'm like, okay, I'm doing it this way, I'm sanding here, I'm painting here, while I'm using clear coat, and it's wrong. I thought I used it right. You give me an opinion, oh, that's not the way you should. No, don't tell me that's not the way you should do it. Hey, man, I think you overdid it over here. Try to spray it a little bit out, or try to use it this way, or let it dry and apply on it. It might help. This is my opinion. If you want to take it, but I'm just letting you know how you can probably work better, because I use the product. It's like if I was to start doing airbrushing and I'm doing it wrong, and Pinoy comes in and tells me, hey, you fucked up, and I'm like, bitch, don't tell me what to do. Just tell me to fuck it up more. But it's just the way,
There's a difference between style and technique. And style is.
I think it's really all about the fact that this motherfucking gatekeeper is over on this whatever fucking part of the world. I'm over here, and he doesn't know what the fuck is really going on and what I'm trying to accomplish. He doesn't know that I was trying to spray it on thick as shit so it looked like, I don't know, rolled steel, and look like, painted ass rolled steel, versus some beautiful fucking badass nano laminate motherfucking baby smooth gut skin, smooth, tight. Fuck you, man. You're there. I'm over here. Lucky too, because I'd bring every
It's like right now, I can sit where my hobby, like where I have all my kits right now and all that stuff, and you can see 10,000 boxes out there. You don't know if they're empty. You don't know if they're full. And then what if I want to sell them? If I want to collect the box? I'm a box collector. I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
you
God,
know,
here we
don't
go
tell
with
me,
the
if you don't keep up with your backlog, you're a box collector, bitch. That's what we all do. We
That's why
buy
you
kits
still
and
live
we
in your
store
mom's
them.
basement,
Why?
and your girlfriend keeps calling you.
You know, that's what we do. You know, we buy a kit today and we buy 5 more tomorrow. Why? Because once I'm finished with one, I want to be able to do it. And if I don't want it for a week, I don't touch it. I do other stuff.
Yeah, Maverick and I have gone into that particular discussion at great lengths for a whole freaking podcast. Soon as someone posted a video about that, you know, I don't know. I haven't looked to see what's come of a lot of that, but it's like even with talking like the Gundam Play store, the owner of the Gundam Play store, you know, he agrees with me. If you can afford it, if you can financially afford it, you got the spare cash, and there's a kit that you see that you want, get it. Doesn't matter when you build it, because Bandai might say, you know what, tomorrow we're not making it anymore, and then you won't see it for a year and a half. So now, if you want it, you got to pay the eBay scalper price for it, and who does that benefit? You know, the scalpers. So if you can afford it financially, if you can afford it, you know, don't put yourself in a bind. You know, that is certainly not a good thing to do. Some people, but you know, if you can afford it, get it. Who cares when you build it? I even told Maverick, I said, and on my lives, I said, there's a kit in my backlog that was probably the 3rd kit I bought from Hobby Lobby when I first started this hobby. It's still sitting there. I buy one tomorrow. I'm building it that night. That's because I want to build it. That's what I want to build. Well, let's see. That one.
I got 8 whole kits, and they're maybe 6 of them are brand new in the box. Hate on me, haters. Bring it.
Yeah, I've got kits in
you know,
like that
I can't afford to do that shit. So I'm hanging on to what I got. I do have a Noble Gundam brand new in the box still.
You know, bro, like right now, you can tell me I'm a box collector because I got a 3.0 and brand new not brand new in a box, but a 3.0 halfway in a box. Halfway build that I destroyed that I destroyed on our first podcast in Christmas because the plastic melted and I threw it back in the box and I'm like,
just
fuck
put an M80 in that thing and blow it up. Just pour gasoline on it, set on fire, and get a brand new one.
Bro,
that thing is gonna haunt you. That's like the crossbone for
man. Dude, if you would have been if you would have seen the first podcast we did, it was a Christmas special podcast.
My man, we're going his temper.
Dude, like, have you ever seen a box fly without but I'm talking like going light speed like the Millennium Falcon, like in less than 12 parsecs, like that. That box went like, poof, and it's out.
You didn't even see his hand push the box. All you saw like poltergeist shit. That box just went, and all you could sit there and hear in the back of your head was Carol Ann, you know, and it went flying across the room. And I just kind of sat there in the podcast. I'm like, so how's everybody doing?
Okay. Yeah, my man here was trying, like, he was like, okay, people, focus on me, right here, over here, don't look at him, here.
But yeah, it
like,
was...
you guys, like, it was bad. It was bad. Like, if you saw my eyes, you remember the Revenge of the Sith, right? So you saw Anakin Skywalker's eyes lit up red. Bro, he was a pussy next to me. One of my eyes were like, I was like, I'm a full Sith right now.
It melted in his hand, literally. It melted and disintegrated, pieces of it in his hand. He was like, what the heck? And then whoosh, it went flying.
Yeah.
And I'm like covering the camera, laughing my ass off, and then trying to be all sympathetic on the. And I'm just kidding.
Man, like I was like because at first we're trying to build, like we're building, and I'm like, okay, so I'm putting the cockpit together. I'm like, and I just do it like this, and it goes, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I go like, okay, it's good. I put it together, bro, and the sides just melted. The plastic melted completely, and I'm like, the fuck is this shit? And it fell apart and disintegrated. Threw it inside the box.
I tried to.
And then you see the force.
This is not.
And then you see the force like.
You do not glue plastic together with a lighter. I told you that. Time and time
You
again.
can.
Man,
You can.
I use soldering iron
I was
sometimes.
just, dude. I was
There's
just
no
using
can't in my
boiling
world.
water.
Just for the
I was
record,
using
I'm half Mexican. I'm
somebody
half
told me
redneck, so I call myself rednexican. I'm
Oh,
not a.
see,
I'm,
you
I'm not a
engineer
Mexican.
redneck.
everything.
I'm a Mexican,
You're a
not a
redneck,
Mexican.
like Mexican. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, not a
But
Mexican.
But for me, it was like I felt like my hands had acid that day, and I was like,
So
then I grab another kid, then I grab another kid, and I'm trying to put it together, and I couldn't. Then I grab another kid, and I'm like, mm.
That's a sign. Stop.
like
yep, time to
like
stop.
I stopped for I stopped for what, for like maybe 20 minutes of the podcast without building. I'm just like looking and laughing, like
I think you went
inner
back to
laughing,
one that you
and
had started.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
grabbed one that I had just started, and
Yeah.
I'm like, here, okay, here, let's put it back together.
Okay. So since we're on that topic, what's everybody doing, building, or hobbying right now? Show us.
Whoa.
Show us your. Well, you don't count. You don't
I'll
have
say it.
anything.
I'm working on a master grade Jester right now,
Yeah.
but it's all.
Bitch.
I actually have it. I usually you can see a little bit of it. I'm working on a big hanger diorama thing, so it was standing there. I've got it all in pieces because I'm putting some of the armor on it. So I'll have to, let me see. Hold on. I'll
Whoa.
get you
It's
a little.
it's Captain One Upper time.
Hold on.
Yep.
I don't know if you'll be able to see this yet, maybe against the background.
Yep.
All right, a little bit of it. So I'm working on getting some armor pieces on the frame.
That looks.
You're not gonna be able to see the frame obviously because it's gonna be covered in armor, but I'm gonna leave some of the armor pieces off because of the diorama I'm building.
I've been.
And that's all part of a large project that goes into the future indefinitely, but it's all like 1/100 scale, fucking masterpiece. So there's a bunch of elements from other places, but it's cool. I'm a master grade fan, obviously. That's my scale of choice too. If anybody was asking, what's your guys' scale of choice?
Well, I think I'll start soon. Like I'm starting soon to build Shenlong that I got from
Nice.
couple of Builders United.
Yeah.
He sent me that kit, so I got the whole wing, the original 5 from Wing. I got the whole kit. So I'm gonna build the Shenlong, then I'm gonna build the Rock and the heavy arms to complete it. I got the heavy arms from my boy here, Pinoy. He gave me the heavy arms.
Nice.
So I got to do that one, do the Sandrock, and I can complete the whole series. Even
That's
though the Wing Gundam Master Grade that I have is not the regular Wing Gundam. I bought it for $25 off of Gunpla auctions, and it's a Master Grade Wing Gundam Vorka.
Okay.
And when they put, like, when I bought it, I'm like, is that okay? That's a regular one. Then me and Pinoy are looking at it, and we're like, that's a Vorka. Oh, yep. Shit! But I got a Vorka. I see it.
See, that's because you don't know your Gundam fucking lore, like inside and out. Like you didn't get it right, so now you're doomed forever to by these gatekeepers to, I don't know, be stuck in their mind. And they pay you headspace rent because you're just stuck in their head all the time. They got nothing better to do. So that's a one-up. It's a plus for you. Somebody's thinking about you, bro, all the time.
Yep.
Haters gonna hate me. You can hate me. Hate me. Haters.
I took a break from my build, which I was building a Master Grade Jesta too.
Oh, nice.
I took a break, so I was working on the. You can see it behind me, the Perfect Grade Unicorn. That's actually the first Perfect Grade I bought, but not the first Perfect Grade I built. It's been sitting on my shelf, and I finally said, "Screw it, I'm building." So when you talk about, here's where I gotta play Captain One Up here.
Okay.
My Master Grade Jesta.
Oh man, I'm not the paint job yet. You can't. I didn't have armor on it. That is sick though. Fuck yeah.
It's not the regular cloud based. This digital camo.
I see that. I see it. No, that's awesome.
So
oh man,
I got chewed out not chewed out, but Tactiprince came in my live, and he's like, "Have you finished the Jesta, the digital camo?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, no, I got to get back on that." So I have to
Yep.
finish it. I've got pieces in. I mean, here's the shield.
Yo, if it's just because of that, bro, like, when are you gonna finish the Eclipse, bro?
Shut up.
You left them on Twinkle.
Nobody's talking about it. It's my turn to talk now. But so your diorama.
I'm a gatekeeper now.
So your diorama thing that you'd mentioned, I actually picked these up from. I got to plug my boy Gundam Play Store. These are the damaged buildings. He sells these.
That's awesome.
These are 1/100 scaled, and he's got 1/44 scale, and different styles. Like I've got two of them. This is the second one I bought. This is the first one. So I was gonna have a Buster in between them, just kind of shooting, launching some, put some LEDs flickering, like there's still fire and LED. Because I did one. I got a video of it on my profile with a camouflage Zaku high grade, and I did a 144 building, put snow all over it because it was a snow camo. Put little lights in it, got the snow sprinkle, did all that shit, got that, and I was like, I want to do more of these. This was fun. This looks cool as hell. So that's why I've got some more buildings, and so again, got to plug my boy. You go to the website, and he's got these on sale. They're just basically, that's it. If I had the pattern, I would laser cut these myself.
I was going to say that's something I think of a lot. I've got a lot of drawings. I have very special needs, so I see where you're at.
I would laser cut them myself.
I'm on another level with that because I'm trying to do something for my dioramas in that respect. So definitely, I have a different need other than just where that's at. But dude, that is so fucking cool. But I have a Buster. That was my very first master grade I built, and I loved it. I thought it was a great build. It looks good. I'm happy with it.
So remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to buy a Gundam, go to Gundam Play Store. He has a great stock of Gundams there. You can go also to Gundam Pros.
But go to Gundam Play Store first.
By all means, go to Gundam Play Store. Go to Gundam Pros. By all means, please do avoid USA Gundam. Please.
Hey, I want to give a little shout out to, if I can. Is that cool?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
The Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC. You can check them out on Facebook. They've been really awesome to us, and we've got something going. Hopefully, we can launch them into something. Keep going with what they're doing. And Hobby Nut Models also very small, but they're trying to work their way forward. And this could be one of those other companies that take the place of these shitty distributors or whoever that are raping the planet. And then obviously Derek Ho is a friend of mine, and I really appreciate what you do for us, Derek, and what you've done for me. And like I said, we're always watching your back. Keep it up.
Of course. And I also want to say, if you guys if you're on TikTok and you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask us. Ask anybody there. But if you want somebody like that you think that can have more experience of us, look for iSnap Plastic, the father of Gunpla TikTok. That man is amazing. I love his work. He is one of the guys.
I don't really use my TikTok a lot, but I'm only because I'm technologically disadvantaged because I came from the 80s and shit, man. This is before I was born before technology, people. Like, I know you know, but it's funny because I see how important it is, and then I'm just learning how to balance it. But that's cool because I want to check out some more people and start shifting my focus and things that I'm doing because it's really awesome, and I've got a lot of energy to put out there. I just need better avenues to sit into, and then I'm taking everybody with me. So do what the fuck ever happens, let's do it.
Hey, that's the way. That's the mentality we thrive for. We try to help everybody out. Put shout outs to everybody out there, and bring people that wants the same thing we want. We want to help people grow, push people forward, keep motivating people, and helping everywhere we can. And if you guys get a chance, go check out Maverick Wolf It Is What It Is podcast on TikTok. That's the official podcast page for the TikTok. Give us a follow, shoot us a like, or
maybe
like the videos, comment.
leave some questions. Like, what kind of things
Yeah,
are people looking for out there? Like, what
Mhm.
things about the hobby would you like to see change that would make it more enjoyable, maybe for yourself or somebody that you know that's having a hard time? Because those are the things that need to change, right? It's not only the big problems that we're bitching about, because we already know that. Like I said, I don't give a fuck about who's bitching, like the gatekeeper. As long as I can keep their attention on me, it keeps it off the other person so they can slip through the crack and get into the hobby and enjoy it. Because those assholes are crushing people. Why? Do you know why? Because they know that's where the next fucking great Majin comes from. I'm not going to be a great builder. Who knows? Or maybe my son will. But that's what I feel like they're afraid of. The next person is going to take their fucking seat. Dude, life is temporary. You can't fucking take it with you. Pass it the fuck on and give it to everybody.
Yep.
That's where your wealth lies.
Right now, this hobby is big enough for everybody. So
Oh,
the more the merrier. You know, we get more people in. We show them, they grow, they expand, and that makes me feel good. That makes me feel.
That makes Bandai maybe think, oh man, maybe we should fucking do some more, and it blows up even a round two because it could. They're not going to do shit without popularity.
Perfect grade Barbatos.
Fuck you, all Barbatos. All you people that like Barbatos.
You know, perfect grade.
I want a perfect grade.
Not honestly, because some of you guys are cool, but
I want a perfect grade Sazabi.
That is one, but I really want a perfect grade Earth 3 Gundam. I want an Earth 3 Gundam.
Yeah.
Perfect grade.
I mean, look,
hey,
let's put it this way. Any perfect grade is going to be a good perfect grade. Because it's perfect grade.
And also if Bandai, if you get a hit of this, hit us up. You know, we would like to get one of you guys here and let us know what you got. Bandai, Bluefin, you know, you're welcome to join the podcast. You know, we can talk about this a little bit more.
I want to give a shout out to Scott Clowder of Bandai Namco. He's a friend of mine on Facebook or LinkedIn. Dude, I got a million ideas, bro. Check this. Let's do something. We have great ideas. Do you want to do pop-up stores? Do you want to test the market? Do you want to see where other people you can take over a market and really bring a service to a community that needs it? How about some pop-up stores? I know a network of malls that are empty and looking to collab. Let's talk.
Right now, since we're on here, you know, since we're here, and this is something that has been on my mind for a long time. I want to be able to take this hobby to children's hospitals.
Yes, we're on the same page.
You know, and show them, you know, hey, I know you're going through a tough time. I know you're going through a battle that is unwinnable, and you're my hero in this page because what you're going through, I haven't gone through. And I'm standing with you guys, and I am willing to take this hobby to you and show you how to build it and try to bring a smile to you and to me.
Because they don't need any tools. You don't need any tools for an SD kit. They pop right off nice and clean. Yep.
So
that's perfect.
That is one of the goals that I want to do. I want to take
that aligns with Rocket Industries as a professional company. Myself personally aligns with my one ticket, one shot across the universe with everything in my life.
It's a win for everybody.
Everybody, the families that have those kids, you can take some of the stress off that family. Help each other. People. Yep,
that's what we got to do. You know, it's like I always say, we are children of the human race.
Yep.
Before all this diversity of everybody, we used to take care of each other. We used to play with each other when we were growing up. Doesn't matter color, race, gender, you know, no matter what you are, what you think, or where you come from. We used to hang out together. And as we get older, we forget about those things. So let's get back to the basic people. Let's be there for one another. You know, I'm Maverick Wolf. Hit me up on Instagram, TikTok, you know, Pinoy Daddy, Modeler Rocketeer. You got them on Facebook. You got them on Instagram. You got them on TikTok. Follow us, everybody on the Doesn't matter what you want to do. Follow us, hit us up, let us know what you like. What can I help you with? And I'll be there. Right now, there's one of the things that I want to do. It's a different gender for genre from what we do, but it's a hobby. It's a book hobby. Novels,
Hobbies, man.
fantasy,
Hobbies are
bossy,
awesome.
you know, all of it. You know, I want to bring everything and help people out. So, like I always said, you know, let's, you know, what we put out there, we receive. You
Yep.
know, what they say it in Spanish, lo que siembra se cosecha, lo que tú siembras se cosecha. What you put on the ground is what you get. You know, let's put it out there. Let's put the love. Let's spread the love, people. You know, this
Yeah.
is not only, you know, for us to have a good time and, you know, but let's be human beings. Let's be friends. Let's be family. Let's help.
learn
Let's
to be a family again, because we forgot. Like you said, we need to learn this again. And that I saw that as a failure in the school system. Like, you know, they failed to teach us the real history of how we fucking conquered this. You know, I get it, man. But we did stop learning how to love each other and like be a family. It's weird.
We was it that one video that from a TV show or movie? We embraced knowledge. We didn't fear it.
Yeah,
we fear it now.
Yeah,
we used to embrace it.
I have my own conspiracy theories. That this is not for this channel. On how that theory is spread, because I'm a historian. I like history and shit. How they use propaganda and all this bullshit to scare the hell out of us. Because there's some amazing technology that's available. Like, you know, we can cure cancer like that. You've heard of Dr. Rife frequencies? They just don't tell us that shit, man. And when it goes away, they're like, now there's no encyclopedias anymore. You can't buy that shit. You just can't. They're cutting off the access to, you know, schools and knowledge. Knowledge is our greatest thing. And in history, you know, the kids would hang out with the elders and learn the traditions. And when they got old enough, they'd move on to fishing and hunting and started making clothes, preparing meals with the ladies. And then they would grow into full whip. That there's a culture of things that fucking are supposed to happen. Not shit changed, and we lived through that. Like when I was born, we still had rotary telephones. Telephones were around, but we had rotary phones. You had to, you know, you could speed it up if you made it go faster, but you had to wait for the number to come back. You know, and then when I graduated high school, cell phones were just becoming a thing for the most uppity ups in fucking, you know, California and shit. Like technology was evolving. The internet was born at the end of high school for me. You know, computers weren't a part of anything. I played Oregon Trail. I didn't give a fuck. I Oregon Trailed your fucking dirt bike. You know, that was what I did. I was into mechanics. I'm a mechanic by trade, a heavy equipment operator. I worked in oil field. You know, I can break it, fix it. You know, I can drive anything with wheels, without wheels, and anybody crazy. I don't give a fuck. You know, most of you people couldn't drive a sharp stick up a goat's ass, and you shouldn't be on the roads. Your fucking Teslas and auto driving crap. That's what happened. And now you're pissed off because when you come home in your fucking crazy ass car, you're mad because the Joneses next door have a better Cadillac. You know, and they come out with brand new fucking elite car models every fucking year. Like, where's this shit? This is bullshit. They're just pumping that shit in our heads. It's all garbage. We don't fucking live.
You know, but that is true. Yeah, that is true. You know, there is more topics for you know, it's good. You know, it's good. You know, we were talking more about these more ideas and different more areas of the podcast coming up, guys. You know.
We have a part 2.
Part 2 coming in. Of course, you did. Like we're having a part 2, and I want you back in the podcast, man. You know, it's been fun. It's great. I like the vibe, and you know, we've been talking on Messenger, and bro, like, I like it. And the words you told me a couple days ago stuck with me and helped me look at things completely different. But no, awesome. Like always, you know, I appreciate you, man, and love you, bro.
I love you, man. No, it's cool. Yeah. I appreciate that. You know, like I said, you know, from my third eye to yours, I love you too. That's how it works. And when you vibe with people, it's important to, you know, maintain the connection and learn to communicate. And like I said, I'm sure something's going to happen for me, but I just try to be at the right place at the right time, and also know when you have boundaries. When you're not vibing, man, you got to cut people off. So for people out there, you got to learn to cut people off, and sometimes it can be hurtful because it's hurting you. It's toxic. As in, like, this is a good connection, and I said, yes, it's my pleasure to give you what I can and inspire you, because I'm inspired by so many people to have got to this point that made me brave enough to speak up for them.
You know, like for me, you know, I took the chances. This is my second podcast, like everybody knows, and I took chances of opening podcasts and without knowing what I was getting my hands into and everything. So, you know, I'm glad, you know, I managed to do this. And with Pinoy Daddy, you know, we're going strong. We're doing this every day. We haven't stopped. You know, we took a little break in July because it got really hectic, but we're still here. So thank you guys for being here, being awesome. I appreciate you guys all. I'm proud of you all. And like I always say, you know, what we do in life echoes through eternity. You know, that is one of the words that is always going to stick with me because it is true. What we do in this life is gonna come back 1,000 times. You put love out there, 1,000 times you get love. You put hate, that's what you get.
Absolutely. There's a song, I can't remember what it is, but it's like, you know, I'm here to love you and learn who you are. And, you know, and if we can vibe, let's get on this trail together, because we're, you know, I'm gonna walk you home. You know, lifelong friends or how that works. You can't run from that mortality thought for long, you know, and that's what it is. That idea is covered up in a big blanket of like the life. It's like, oh man, I can have anything I want if I have a shitload of money. And, you know, or some of us that don't have nothing, we're driven into a madness of, oh my God, I'm a piece of shit because I don't have nothing. But in the reality, I want to be, you know, at least squatting over a dirt floor, working on a PG, because I chose to fucking be there. Like, I go out in the woods and take my fucking shoes off and take a kit with me and clip plastic, because I live in a place where I can. I look out my door and I live in a world where bears will eat you, you know, shit like that. But it's real. It's not covered up in a blanket that, you know, that chokes a lot of our life force out from some of us.
Yep, true. So thank you guys for joining us today for this awesome podcast. Thank you, Rockteer. My bad if I mix up your name sometimes. But yeah, Chris, you know, thank you for being here with us. Pinoy, like always. I'll see you guys soon, and